Well, everybody, I have been thinking about it very hard for the last little while, and I've made this strange minecart track, because I'm thinking, if the minecart allowed me to defeat Duke Fishron last time, maybe this sort of health over and over again sort of setup is what I need to defeat the Moon Lord. Now, obviously, it kind of sucks a little bit, because, well, it's what's the goal? It makes me run in a large circle. Does this mean I'll avoid the eye blasts? I don't know yet. But it's the best idea I've got yet. And apparently I'm missing out on picking up some of the hearts. See, look, they kind of just jump around. Oh, also, even though I'm super fast, I literally can't go back the way I came because of the nature of how minecart tracks work. But that's my best guess. There is a hard limit on the number of hearts that can be in the world at one time, I believe. I think it's 10. But I'm thinking, since I'm not going to want to slow down, hopefully just taking a heart reach potion will solve that problem. Now the next step. Think about it. I lost the Moonlord nearly instantly. There's only two things I can do. And that's either get better at playing this game, or get better gear. And to be honest, even though I collected a bunch of fragments, I can't make any special armor without luminite bars, which I'm guessing you get after you beat him, which means it's kind of meaningless. So, what I'm thinking of doing now is heading over to the alchemy station and making these super healing potions with the 4 fragments. Now, let's see how many we can make here. Because we are actually saving on some of them by doing it at the alchemy station. I don't know how many I want. You know what, I'll keep it like this. I'm not entirely sure how many fragments I need, and seeing as the only thing I can do at this point is redo the lunar events over and over again, I will get more celestial fragments. You know, a greater healing potion does a 50, the other one does 200. Is that enough more of a boost? 50 more health? For the cost, not exactly, but I was kind of honestly hoping it would be, you know, at least 250, you know, straight up twice my health. So technically, I suppose, the super healing potions are an upgrade in a way, if I use them strategically. And by that I mean, only when fighting the Moon Lord. Now the other thing is the Vortex beater so different of a gun that it alone is my best weapon? Because, I mean, I'm not going to get the time to actually use the Unreal Sniper Rifle. Probably not. Right? I don't know. I mean, it's a bit of a crazy tactic, but we might as well do it. Because I don't think there's any advanced form of rocket launcher that we can get at this point. We've seen everything in this game and what it has to offer. Actually, this should be put in the ranged chest now that I'm thinking about it. My point is, I think I'm going to have to change back into a bullet character. What kind of bullets? Chlorophyte bullets, because, you know, from everything I've seen in this game, accuracy is still my best friend. I mean, it's funny, but seriously, although the Electrosphere launcher is amazing, I keep going back to the Snowman Cannon because it's homing. Well, I can tell you right now, a Vortex beater will, you know, with Chlorophyte bullets, will home in on everything. So, well, it's really hard to say. I haven't used the rain staff in ages. Or the Psycho Knife, unfortunately. Even though it's such a fun weapon, we're really going to have to max out our stats here as a ranger. That's the trick. Even though lots of items in this game are lots of fun, I just have to sit down and say, I might not be strong enough. I mean, I could go yo-yos in the Eye of Cthulhu, but that's only one tactic. Pains me to say, but if the Vortex Beater is the only upgrade I've got, then maybe this is what I'm meant to do next. I mean, we've got the Xenopopper. Is that actually that good of an item? I don't know. How about the Sniper Rifle? It's the other bullet-oriented one. That's only 3 weapons, guys. That's only 3 weapons. That's so strange to say that I can just completely change my entire range setup by clicking in a few things. The nail gun has been fun. The snowman cannon is really good. Even the electrosphere launcher is really good. The nail gun, I think it's had its time. And the elf melter just eats through everything. So I'm very, very sad to say I think we're going to have to retire the nail gun. At least in this testing phase. What else do I have here for guns? We got a chain gun, which honestly is a less good version than the Vortex Beater. We got an Uzi, which is silly. We've got lots of bow options, and there was a pulse bow, but I've really never been a fan of arrows. I know there are chlorophyte arrows, but no. All right, let's do this. I don't really relish trying to say that, oh, look at me with bullets. Bullet time, right? 529 sniper damage. If I can throw that off, even in motion, like, let's say I'm on the cart. That's... Wait, it goes from 382 to 529? What do I even have on that's changing that so drastically? I don't know, man. Maybe that's just the strength of... Increasing ranged ability. Well, that is a really big difference. So, just to clarify, we're talking about using a snowman cannon, which does, when standing still, 191, and about 140 when not. We're changing over to the Vortex Beater, which 129... is now going to deal 140 or 100. That's 100 damage that looks like this. It only went down 2 bullets. That's pretty strong. But trying to say which is better is really difficult, is what I'm trying to get at, because we're talking about... I suppose if I took out the nail gun, we could free up some ammo slots. Oh, and it's a really weird thing to say that maybe, just maybe, the rocket launcher, which does 166 damage, is still a viable option, even though I don't have this on, simply because rockets deal so much damage. That's wacky. We're going to have to go now and test out how good the Vortex Beater does against things, because we're actually basing our entire concept of a character here on it. I mean, is a single weapon good enough to change a combat style? I don't know. But friends and watchers and associates and gamers, we're gonna have to test it out. I don't really like the whole... Super... Look at this. I can kind of spy around the whole map. That's kind of a novelty. Why would I want to do that? I don't know. I can do that with pretty much every gun. Who are we going to test it on? Well, since we're going to need to spawn the lunar events anyway, I guess the only thing to do is fight him. So, might as well use the sniper rifle. How's it work? They don't even realize they're dead. Okay, cultist boy Jones. Like, is that better, or is this better? He does seem to eat through his health pretty good, but is it eating through his health better than everything else? Somewhat. Oh, God. And this is the point where we... how about the Xenopopper? How good is that? It kind of fires 4 bullets at once as well. And it kind of fires them to wherever the cursor is, right? But it's really hard to say... Oh, God, I forgot. When using the Destroyer emblem over the wings, be sure to watch out where you're landing, Neiro. Oh, for goodness sakes. That's always a problem. So, yes. Vortex Beater, Xenopopper, and the Sniper Rifle. Now my best friends. Are they better than, say, the Elf Melter, Snowman Cannon, Electrosphere Launcher? They're still very useful items, and because I have an entire hotbar dedicated to practically anything. Why not? Honestly, for ammo conservation, this thing is crazy. I almost just want to use that. Oh, but I suppose the next step is to test it out on the next pillars, right? Because there's nothing else for me to do but fight them over and over again. So let's hope, for goodness sakes, I'm better at it. Okay, where are you? Vortex pillar, I believe. What do you got? Very damaging. Now, is there ever a time when I would just not use the beater and switch to the Xenopopper? Even though they're options, they've got to be commensurate. As in, you know, they've got to be actually different options. Like, I could sit around and use the Sniper Rifle, but, you know, that would probably kill me. Over and over again, most likely. And how fast is my ammo going down? Slightly. I mean, I can't really argue that it's not, you know, better than this. Because this is still... Well, the Vortex Beater seems to keep the enemies at a distance. The Unreal Snowman Cannon is big, it's flashy, it's explosive, it's fun. But is it effective? That's another concern. One reason the Mega Shark was still very good into hard mode was because its bullets would kind of freeze enemies in place. I'd be in the dungeon fighting some very strong bone enemies, and then they'd fall off a ledge and just continually take fire. I don't mean like on fire, but they just, you know, they couldn't move. I just eat through their health really fast. That's why the Mega Shark was so good. And I suppose until the Vortex Beater, there wasn't an upgrade to it. So there's like a huge gap between, you know, rapid fire, ammo conservation of insane amazingness. The only thing I don't understand, though, is that the Vortex Beater's description mentions something or other about an explosion. Maybe it's because I'm not using the right bullets. Chlorophyte bullets are, of course, designed to be far more accurate than your usual bullets. And, of course, well, the bullet you use really changes how the gun works. I mean, crystal bullets shred through targets, right? I could use those instead. I've got lots of crystals saved up. On purpose. I don't know if there's an ammo conservation potion. I should really look into that and farm some fish off-screen. Or on-screen, I don't know. Is that interesting to you guys? Probably not. Just gonna say it right now. I'm also gonna need some more endurance potions. I got lots of wrath potions, but apparently armored cavefish are rarer than you think. Yeah, I think in terms of getting farther with the game, since the only thing available to me, specifically as a ranger, is the Vortex Beater, there's kind of no other option here. I really don't understand why you would ever scroll the screen and see what's coming up next. Why wouldn't you just shoot randomly in a direction you know your shots are going to kill things in? Because, chlorophyte. Chlorophyte's amazing. Oh god, I'm almost dead. Yeah, even a super health potion right now, although it's really strong, you know, it took me various celestial shards. And I'm really feeling the gamers... There's a syndrome for it, I'm sure. I think it's like, you know, the too good to use syndrome. TGTU. Has anyone used that saying before? Like, it took me so long to craft this thing. I can't use it. I've got to conserve it. I mean, it's terrible because, like, you know, if you never use it, there's no purpose. But it feels like it'd be wrong to use the super healing potions, even though I have 28 of them. That's, you know, I can totally do it. But it feels weird. Wrath potions, I got lots of those. No problem there. No problem whatsoever. Kind of interesting that I did find the Vortex pillar first. Because honestly, that's the most valuable to me, isn't it? As a ranger? Sort of. If there's anything I would want to collect more of, the Vortex fragments. Speaking of which, let's put some of these down. Nope. Yeah, that's right. Thought you were, you know, strong against me last time? Not anymore. Of course, this also means that because the pillars spawn pretty randomly, my world is just gradually going to get filled up with these weird banners all over the surface of things that no longer exist or not. I'm not really seeing the explosive power here. That it says... Oh, wait, maybe it does fire some sort of explosive projectile eventually. Kalooey! And of course, stealth is my best friend. But it really doesn't matter how many enemies I kill. Oh god, that's the pillar already down. Launch a few electrospheres into it, and call that a day. Watch that. Boom! Oof. The gravity effect is happening now, but it's totally out of its league. Awesome. Well, that was me testing that out, so, you know what? I'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for watching.